Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're going to talk about crypto terms and a brief description. So we're almost going to sort of decode crypto and sort of explain some of the slang words that are used. So you might have heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that was created back in 2009. It hit its all-time high at around about $61,000 thereabout. It may have changed. I don't follow it massively. But since Bitcoin, you've got a lot of other coins that have been created on different chains and networks. I'm not going to massively go into how these work, etc., but just abbreviation of what they are. So network or chain, you may hear within the crypto space. That means that a particular token needs to be part of that particular chain or network to work. So the three that I'm going to mention is Ethereum, Binance and Polygon. So they're different networks and chains, and then associated to them you have the altcoins or the tokens that are connected to them particular networks. You need to change your fiat, which I'm going to explain what fiat is in a minute, to them particular networks to buy them coins, but we can go into that more. So a network or a chain is basically the network that the particular tokens are on. So Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, and they're normally between the different chains. The coins can't be directly swapped for another chain or another network. And you'll see that someone may say to you, it's very important that you've got the right chain before you send your funds, because if you sent something that was on Binance and you sent it to Ethereum, there's a high chance that that Binance coin or token would be lost if you've sent it to an Ethereum network address. But other videos, guys, will explain that more. I'm just giving you the insight of what it means. So basically it's almost as such like our dollar and the Great British Pound in the crypto world. It's on different currencies, but it's a different chain within the crypto space. You might hear the word called altcoin. Altcoin basically used to be associated with anything but Bitcoin, but things have changed massively since 2009. So you'll have altcoins that are part of particular networks. So you'll have an altcoin, like I've already explained, on Ethereum, Binance or Polygon. So they're smaller tokens or projects that have been created on the particular chain. They're generally referred to as an altcoin. Then you have your stable coins. So you may find that someone will tell you to buy a stable coin because the price doesn't fluctuate very much. So USDT is a stable coin in the crypto market. The price fluctuates minimal, very small. So if you're worried about losing an investment, or you've got some money in a particular token but you want to secure its price for a while you decide what to do with it, you could swap it to USDT, and within reason it should stay very stable and stay around. So it's stable coin is pegged to US dollar, so it's one USD is normally $1. So if you convert £200 worth of BNB into USDT, it will follow the average price of a US dollar. So let's go into a little bit more of the crypto slang that you might see used in Discord, Telegram, in chats, and generally used across members of the crypto space. So hodl, actually the myth is, and on research that I found about the word hodl, which is spelled HODL, was actually a spelling mistake by someone, and then suddenly people created a load of memes around it. I don't know how much truth is behind that, but hodl has now sort of created the meaning of hold on for dear life. So if someone tells you to hodl, it is hold on to that coin for long term, for the possibility of it becoming something quite big. How long the definition is for holding long term, it'll have to be determined by yourself or people within the community. But hodl means hold for long term. It's not something that you're just going to throw away. FOMO, FOMO, is fear of missing out. It normally involves a lot of emotional trading and reckless entries that can cause you a higher entry into a token. So if you FOMO in, it means that you've jumped in on the whim of the fear that you're going to miss out on something, and you might not. You may not be completely thinking straight when you FOMO into something. It's that you see everyone else getting excited, and you don't want to miss out. So someone might tell you not to FOMO, or someone may say to you, "Oh, I FOMO'd in. Wasn't entirely sure what I was going in for. I just FOMO'd through the excitement." Next one we're going to move to is to the moon. It's often used a lot, and it's in a lot of memes. And the term is basically to say, and it's associated with reaching for the sky or going to the moon, and that you're hoping that the price is going to fly up, or it is to the moon and the price is flying up. Next one is my bag. Now, my bag relates to, if someone says, "Oh, my bag is heavy. I've got lots in my bag." It relates to your wallet, really, or your purse, if you want to put it around that way. It's your holdings of a particular coin. So someone might say, "Oh, what's in your bag?" And you say, "Oh, I've got 50,000 tokens." Or "Where's your bag up to now?" And you might say, "Oh, I'm up to about $1,000 now. I've got $1,000 in my bag," or "I've got 50,000 tokens in my bag." So that's what the association means to my bag. Next one. Shitcoin. I've got mixed views on this one. So a few people might think it's a shitcoin, that it might be a scam or something, and I'm not entirely towards that road. So a shitcoin, irrespective of what might happen in the future, is a coin with no actual use case to start off with, and it could easily become a rug or a pump and dump. I'll explain that in a minute. However, it doesn't wholly mean that, and you don't need to completely disregard shitcoins, because without financial advice, of course, shitcoins can sometimes create quite a bit of FOMO, so you could get quite a price rise, quite an increase in price on the coin, but also the developers or the makers of the shitcoin might do quite well out of it, that they actually become a longer term project. So yeah, I wouldn't always overrule a shitcoin now, or associate it completely with a scam or a pump and dump. So let's go on to that. So rug or honeypot. I'm going to put the two together, to be honest, but I'm going to go into honeypot a little bit more as well. So a rug. Now, it's your worst nightmare, really, in the crypto space. Is someone might say, "Oh, damn, it's been rugged," or "You've been rugged," or you say, "I've been rugged." This happens quite a lot in the crypto space, I'm afraid, and if someone pre-warns you that it may be a rug or uses them terms, I would proceed with any project with major caution. Rug pulls happen when a fraudulent developer or someone has maliciously created a new token, and there's different versions of a rug, but I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to create a new video specifically on a rug pull as such. But it's basically it's been being deceptive. The developer will create hype, or they will pump the value, promise certain amounts of advertising and alike, but basically the ultimate is to scam anyone that's gone in. So suddenly the coin will disappear, they will pull out as much value of the coin as they can, and then suddenly the project is dead and the coin's been abandoned. You go into your wallet to try and get some money out, and you can't, and it's gone. So it basically, a rug or a honeypot is a scam. So honeypot, I'm going with my definition of a honeypot and how I know it, and basically it's a contract flaw in my view, and again along the lines of a rug, that doesn't allow withdrawals. So it is in essence a scam as well. I think a lot of newbies can be caught out very much, more so on that FOMO stage, or fear of missing out. And on a honeypot, you can see the chart absolutely fly up and pump, or just be green with no transactions of money leaving. So the contract has been adjusted so that you can't actually withdraw your money back out, and all you see on this chart is literally a green stick flying up high up in the sky. A lot of newbies and even some more seasoned people FOMO in, they want in, they think this is flying and going, but if you actually open up a chart and look at the bottom, like on PooCoin, there's other ones as well, but on PooCoin in particular, you can look at the bottom and you see all the green transactions. That means that's money that's going in, and then you see the red ones are the ones coming out. Generally, if there is no red ones after a few minutes and no one's withdrawing, I would, without financial advice, I would act with caution that this isn't a honeypot. Next one is dumping. The term dump or dumping, it's as it sounds, guys. Basically, the chart is dumping, so the people are selling their coins, so it's dumping. Doesn't mean that there's a particular problem with the project. It might be people just getting out, but or I've dumped my bag. So between friends, I might say, guys, listen, I've got out of that project, I've dumped my bag, which means you've sold. It's normally a fast action that the chart is losing value. DOYR. Right, so this one's very important. I will use it a lot when I do tweets or I talk to friends. DOYR. It basically means do your own research. So do your own research. Whilst friends and groups and others can give you a heads up about certain projects, and great, take that information, but also use the information that someone else has given you to then follow up with your own research. So look into the project and find out what it's intending to do, when it actually launches, who's in charge of it, do you recognize any of the names. So do your research into the project and whether you want to put your hard-earned money into that project. FUD. So, FUD is fear and uncertainty of doubt. It's a term used against people if they're spreading doubt over a project. So whilst in chats like Discord, Messenger, Facebook, etc., of a particular token that you like, it could sometimes, when you're expressing your opinion or if you're expressing your concerns, how you write that message may be deceived by other members or the owners of the project as FUD. So you're creating a fear and uncertainty and doubt over the project. So sometimes if you're deemed as FUDding, they may remove you from the group or warn you. So maybe depending on how you're wording your questions, you might want to reconfigure them to as such not cause FUD. Mods. So mods stands for moderators. These are persons within the chat channels like Telegram, Discord, and they're often volunteers. Some are paid for a particular project to manage the people within that group to make sure that they're behaving. So it's quite simple, really. They're moderators of groups. They're not normally the owners of the project, but you may get a moderator that is the owner, and the project owners will moderate as well. But normally that task is given to someone else so that they can get on with the actual project. So, whale. Whale is termed, if you're deemed to be a whale, it means that you've got a big bag, as we said, so a lot of cash within the project. And a whale dumping, if you're a whale and you dumped your bag, then you could have an enormous effect on the chart. So you'd be very high up on the biggest holders of that particular token. REKT, spelled REKT. So REKT, it's used in different scenarios, but it all means the same. So you will get wrecked, or if you have been wrecked, it basically means that you would lose your bag, or you've lost your money, or you've lost any profits, or you didn't get out quick enough, so you've been wrecked. Your profits are gone. A lot of project owners use the phrase that you'll get wrecked if you're being deceitful in how you're trying to get into the project. So snipers or using bots, that they may say if you try and buy before we tell you to, you're going to get wrecked, which means basically you're going to lose your money. So listen to us, or you'll lose your money. So if someone says, "Oh man, you've been wrecked," it means that you've lost your money. When Lambo, so used a lot. A little bit annoying phrase, to be honest. I used it a lot when I first started, but it basically implies when Lambo is when are we going to make loads of money? When are we going to be able to buy our Lamborghini? That's what it means. Is you'll hear that phrase a lot. pumping. So pumping, as you know, people are pumping cash, people are pumping money into the project, and the price of the chart is rising rapidly. So the chart's pumping, guys. It's going up. Let's go. Fomo normally kicks in. Bearish, this means that the chart is declining in a direction. So bearish means, you know, it's not dumping, but it's a little bit bearish. So there might be a downwards trend on the chart. Bullish, it's the opposite to bearish, so the chart is on the upwards trend, so it's not pumping, but it's bullish. So going on, someone also saying that you're you know, I'm feeling bullish. You might see that term, guys. I'm feeling really bullish about this project. Basically means that someone they want to put a lot of money into the project because they're liking its values. And they believe it's going to go somewhere. So I'm feeling bullish about this project, guys. Check it out, etc. Pump and dump. So it could be directed to say that, you know, I'm going to pump and dump. So I'm going to whack my money in. I'm going to pull it out again for a quick profit. Some people may say that it's a pump and dump coin, which is, you know, they may say that, you know, it's a race to who can put the money, get the money in as low as you can, hopefully pump it and then get out at the right time to make as much profit as you can. So it's used in a number of manners. All-time high means basically, as it says, so ATH, all-time high, means it means the point of the token has reached its highest value. All ATL, which is all-time low, means the opposite, and basically it's the lowest the token price has ever been. Fiat, I mentioned this earlier, so basically fiat means the bank's currencies like Great British Pound, US dollar. So it's your native real money token, real money currency, sorry. So Great British Pound here in the UK, US dollar in America. So next one, you'll see it's associated with crypto a lot, and it's on the charts. People might say, oh, what's the market cap? So market capitalization is basically an indicator that measures and keeps track of the market value of a cryptocurrency. So this is worked out by the current price times by the amount of tokens that are in circulation. I'm going to go into more detail. It's quite a complex subject to cover. So in my other video, I'm going to go over exactly what market capitalization or market cap is. Gas, oh man, the gas fees are really high, or the gas, what's the gas fees, etc. So gas is basically a fee charged not by the project itself, it's charged by the chain, or it's charged by the network that you're on. So Ethereum is actually quite a high network to exchange currencies on. Polygon and Binance Chain are relatively cheaper, but basically it's applied when exchanging cryptocurrencies and relates to the cost of the computer power that it needs to complete the transaction. So it varies massively across the different chains, and also the time of the day, guys. Next one, NFT. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. It doesn't really make it much clearer for you, but basically a non-fungible token is more or less, it means what it means. It's unique and it can't be replaced for anything else. So Bitcoin and other tokens like BNB, etc., they are fungible. So you'll have one Bitcoin and you can swap it for another Bitcoin. There's nothing unique about it. They're exactly the same thing. However, an NFT isn't. It's completely unique. So if you have an NFT, your NFT will never match another NFT. They're completely unique. So you know, it might be a trading card in the crypto space. It might be a picture, artwork, even assets, guys. So contractual ownership of buildings, even actual items of furniture, etc. But I'm going to create another video about NFTs, and we're going to go into big detail about NFTs. It's massive in the crypto space at the moment and growing more and more and more. So let's check out my other videos on the NFTs and get a greater insight. ICO. So ICO means initial coin offering. So an ICO of a project, it's normally an invite, or it's a restricted sale of a particular amount of tokens at a much lower cost than it would ever be on a launch of a project. Now these funds are used by the project owners to get it started, so it's almost like a Kickstarter, if you're used to that phrase of the Kickstarter projects. So they use your funds that you've given them to hopefully build the project and the expected route that project wants to go. So they use that funds, and then when the token's released, you have a bunch of tokens that were a fraction of the value that everyone else is buying on launch, as a thank you as such. They're great to get into. Be very careful. You also may be holding for a very long time. A particular project that we entered into, we held for 6 months before the project was even released, so just remember that your funds may be locked away for quite a while. Wallet address. So if someone says, oh, what's your wallet address, this relates to an address where your money is sent or received within the crypto space. So this is a particular address, so it could be your own wallet address from MetaMask, Trust Wallet, or you might have a receive address within your crypto exchange so that you can get money sent to you on a crypto exchange. So it's a physical wallet of someone, so it will go to someone opposed to buying tokens on a wallet address. So going on to that, so if you want to buy tokens, normally it's a contract address. So a contract address is associated with a project where you swap your crypto. So you will use your Ethereum or your BNB and alike, and swap BNB with a contract address where you will then convert your funds into a token, and then these will be held into your wallet. So what happens to your funds when you get it converted within the smart contract will vary, but this will be covered in another video. Again, guys, I want to just carry on with breaking down the crypto slang. So a contract address is normally associated to a particular project. What happens to them funds when you send it to the contract address? It depends on how the contract is written, but again, we can go into that more. But yeah, you'll be looking for a contract address when you think that you're buying into a project, not a personal wallet address. So if you're ever using an exchange and it comes up with personal wallet address detected, it means that someone's given you a wallet address, and it's not associated directly with that project. Tax. Yep, sadly, guys, even in the crypto world, there is such thing as tax. So tax is normally applied to most new projects. It's a way of them creating an income, or it might be used for their marketing, etc. So when you buy into a project using the contract address, there might be a tax applied. So 6% seems quite a popular one. So 6% of whatever you want to put in will be taken, and you're charged for swapping them coins. Even sometimes sending between your own wallets, sadly, you could get taxed. So tax is basically, as it sounds, it's a tax. You're taxed on buying into that project. What the project does with that tax depends. So a particular project with a 6% tax might then divert that tax to different wallets. So they might use 2% for marketing, 2% for wages, and then 2% for the community. So it might be giveaways and prizes and stuff like that. So the smart contract or the contract will associate how that tax is split and sent to different wallets, etc. White paper. So it's another really important document within the crypto space, and especially associated with projects. So if you see someone say, "I'll check the white paper," or "Is there a white paper?" and you're wondering what that is, white paper is basically like a document that's released by the developers of that particular project or coin, and explains the technology and the purpose of the project that they're working on. It sort of tells you what their plan is, what the token's meant to do, and what their future plans are, and how in-depth that white paper is, and how detailed that white paper is, and how it's formatted and how it's shown can give you an idea on the commitment that the team might actually have into this project. So reading it and checking it over, and just seeing how professional it is can make a big difference on your on your view of that project. So learning to read a white paper is really important. Another video, guys, it's going to be coming, of course it is. I'm going to go over what a white paper is, and let's dive into a white paper with more detail. But yeah, you know, a crypto white paper contains the various forms of data, so it might have statistics, diagrams, formulas of where they're going, So the goal of this data within the white paper is to convince you and prospective investors to invest into this cryptocurrency and what their plans are, how they're going to do it, and it's basically their business plan of what they're going to do. So it's very important, and definitely check out the white paper, guys. Guys, I think that's it. That's all I'm going to cover at the moment. It was just meant to be a brief input, especially for the beginners that don't know all the slang and you wanted to know that little bit more about crypto and the wording used. Please do me a favour. I'm putting a lot of time into these videos. If you can give us a like, a subscribe and a comment below, and if there's anything else that you would like to know, or if there's a video that you think that would be helpful that I could create, I'd love to hear your ideas down in the comment box. Thanks very much, guys.